into culture, who are ready to dive into swear words, and who are ready to just dive into one of the most heartfelt people that you may encounter in the world. Okay? Now, let's get straight into it. Lesson 1. Growing up as an Italian, I myself am an Italian, right? But I'm a very special Italian, or I'm not 100%. All right. I am Südtirol. Südtirol is in the north of Italy, and there's the north of Italy, right? That is next to Austria. There's next to France. What happens with those regions? What happens? Are they Italian? Are they? What are they? No, they are different cultural groups. So in Italy, there are language islands, German language islands inside of Italy. And this is so interesting because we do come from the Austro-Hungarian, Austro-Hungarian reign. And that makes us bilingual at birth, basically, because we're born in one language and we're culturally from another culture, whereas German is spoken. And then, yeah, this is basically what the Italians in my region are around. But you will still see Italians. You will still see lots of Italian speaking, right? They're all South Tyrolean. So this is a region, but there are the German-speaking ones and the Italian-speaking ones. There are also Latin-speaking ones. It's a third language in South Tyrol, which is very similar to how it is in Switzerland. There's a Romansh language, but in Italy it is Latin and not Romansh or anything. So it's Latin. Great, let's go into lesson 1. What have I learned from that? Is that multilingual is literally the thing, all right? I'm so grateful that German is my native tongue because it is so much more complex than any other languages that I know so far. And the fact that German is my native tongue and then English is my second tongue because I was grown up here is such a blessing, and I really feel so appreciation for this, and I'm very appreciative. And also, even though it came with a little bit of, let's say, insecurities when growing up, not really belonging to any of the Italian regions that much, being your own region, being autonomous, and then encountering other Italians that didn't really know what's going on with that region. This is so interesting just to be partake of. And this was my lesson 1. If you have the opportunity, become bilingual, all right? Right away, if you have the opportunity, especially if you are in Europe, become bilingual. What can you do when you are America, when you're Asia, and when you are not bilingual, okay? When there's no possibility of, what do you do when you're not bilingual? When there's no possibility of 2 languages, right? What would you do? You would really, okay, this is no religious talk, okay? So for the people here, we're talking about languages and not about religion, okay? Because I have another belief than maybe you, and so we do not talk about religion here, and this is something that we can talk about friends, all right? So we talk about Italy here, all right? We talk about Italy, and the first lesson I've learned about Italy is that when you have the chance to grow up bilingual, do it, all right? When you have the chance to grow your children up bilingual, do it, right? Because there's always be this thumbs up, right? From anyone and anyone, all right? Thumbs up, why? Because I speak German, right? And then Italian was the low-hanging fruit. I was living in that country, and the fact that I was bilingual in those languages, not only was I integrated in the German, but also in the Italian part. Love it so much. This is lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 from Italy is that Italy have a very strong temper, okay? And they have a very strong voice. And so what happens is that when you sit with Italians at the table, you could feel sometimes overrun. You can feel like this is a little bit, whoa, this is a little bit too much for me. I don't get to speak. Everyone speaks over me. When I speak, there is laughter. When I speak, and trust me, in the beginning for Italians, that's maybe like the same for Spanish or for Brazilian even. There's someone from Brazil. Maybe Brazilian people have the same type of culture when it comes to being together in a group. They like to laugh and they like to, just don't take it too seriously, right? And that's the same thing with Italians, and that's the same thing with Greece, okay? All these Mediterranean people, they are like made out of one wood, it feels like, right? They're made out of one wood, and And even when it comes to North Africa, right? This is all like very similar in culture. Greece, all around the Mediterranean. And here you gotta watch out, okay? Because when you're from a German-speaking background, when you're from an English-speaking background, this could sound rude to you. This could sound like, whoa, why am I not able to talk? No, I have an opinion too. Why am I not able to talk? But with Italians, like you gotta be strong. And when you are with Italians or with Spanish people or with other Mediterranean people from the Mediterranean, is that like they listen to you. They listen to you when they feel like you believe in yourself, okay? Because all of these cultures are built on big empires before, right? And they have this certain pride in their culture, right? They have a certain pride, and I get it, right? But they also believe that all the people from their culture are the shit and everything else is not as good. Now, maybe that's not for all of them, but I'm Italian and I can say that that's how our people are, kind of, right? Welcome everyone, everywhere you are. I'm so grateful that you're here. And all the people that are in the chat right now, give me this gift today and like this live. It's gonna help me out a lot. We have 9 people watching, so it needs to be at least over 10 likes, right? Love it so much. Let's continue. All right, that's what lesson number 2 is, that once you are with Italians, take this opportunity and learn how to stick with your opinion and not like get swayed and not get overrun, over talk, right? So this is lesson number 2. I'm so grateful that you guys are here, and we're gonna go straight into the next lesson of Italy. It's the 3rd lesson. But before we go into the 3rd lesson, I want to say thank you for being here, and I want to tell you that it helps me so much if, when you are interested in languages, if you stick around in my channel and watch videos. Get your favorite video and watch it. Watch it also twice. It's gonna help me so much with my channel. My goal is to first of all monetize my channel. Okay, this should be my first of all monetize my channel, and then I want to really start changing my life through YouTube. That means through YouTube, getting the connections of speaking all around the world, and that is really what I want to do. So you are here. Thank you so much. And now let's go to lesson number 3 of Italy. Okay, let's do it like this. Italy is one gem of a country. I have traveled a lot in my life, over 40 countries, and I know that there are certain countries that are just gems. Probably all of them are gems, but there are certain countries that you can count maybe on 2 hands that are just like, anywhere you go in this country, it is just like, wow. Anywhere you go, there's people that have perfectly learned how to live in that area, and they have mastered it, right? And for me, this has been Switzerland. For me, this has been like El Salvador. For me, this has been Mexico, right? For me, this is almost all countries are like this. But when I talk about Italy, Italy has everything. And I don't say this only because, yes, Switzerland is beautiful. Switzerland is beautiful. Sawadika, good morning. So, Switzerland, I'm talking about Italy. Italy, oh my God, Italy is so beautiful. Anywhere you go, there's something, right? When you go to the north, there's the German-speaking part, but only in one part. Then you go to the other north, and then there's already like this other tradition. And then you go there, and there's the other tradition. And you go there, and then you go there, and then you go anywhere in Italy, and there's something special about this place. They have their own food, they have their own dialect, they have their own way of doing things, they have their own superstitions. They have their own, let's say, stereotypes. And that's the thing about Italians, that they're so diverse. Italians, even if you didn't notice, Italians are so diverse, all right? There's not only many influences from outside, because Italy is just so popular that everyone wants to somehow be there and live there, right? But, so Italy is so diverse. And if you want to have a trip to Italy, and that's my lesson number 3, I really want to have a trip to Italy, and I really want to make it like a month where I just have a car and I just go wherever I want to go and have 1 or 2 months to discover Italy. I really would like to do that. And if you did it, if you went to Italy, don't just settle for the big cities. Because the thing about Italy is that you don't find Italy in the big cities. Italy is in the big cities, but you don't find it that much there. There are some cities where you find Italy in big cities, like Rome, okay. Rome, I haven't seen Rome yet, but I still have a good feel of Italy, right? What are other good Italian. Yeah, every part of Italy has its own culture, right? It's like different countries. Yes, very similarly. When you go to Sardinia, which is one island of Italy, okay, Sardinia, maybe I can even pull up, no, I would have loved to share my screen. All right, but let me ask her questions. Have you been to Italy? Okay, and then we're gonna go on the last lesson, which is Sardinia, Sicilia, the two islands, right? Sardinia, Sicilia, the two islands of Italy. They are already so different. Sardinian people, they really sympathize with us because they're also autonomous. They also have their own slang of Italian or their own dialect. Then they have their way own. You go on that country and you see the people, they look different. They look a little bit small, they look a little bit ugly. And not to say like, but that's different, you know. Italians have one ideal, but then there are the Sardinians that look very different. Then there's Sicilia. They also sympathize a lot with us, German speaking, because they're also very different. Then you go to the south of Italy. They speak like a very, very, very hard accent, right? Hard dialect. You can tell who's from the south. Then you go to the middle, and they are different. And then you go to the north, and they're different, right? So if you want to discover Italy, don't make the mistakes and see it as like a small country like Austria, where all of them have the same. No, Italy is so, so, so diverse. You can go to the north and you can have one experience there. And then you can go to the south and you feel like you're in Africa. And then you go to Sicily and you feel like you're even more in Africa. And then you go to Sardinia, you feel like you're, oh my God, where am I? This doesn't feel like anything here. This just feels like its own stuff, right? Yeah, so definitely. These were the 3 lessons from Italy, okay? I'm so grateful that you guys are here. And if you're here and if you like languages, then continue watching my videos. It's gonna help me so much. If you have just one video that you watch through, this is gonna help me incredibly. Because my goal is to get monetized on YouTube, first of all, and then use YouTube as my platform to launch all of my language products and projects and to start speaking internationally. I would really, really, really love this for myself and to share the knowledge. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be on tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for being here. And before you go, like this video. Thank you.